So you want to get glass skin, but you have no idea how. Today I'm gonna go over all things skincare that help transform my skin from this to this. My skin did not always look like how it does now, okay? Like, I really went on a journey with my skin, but the more that I learned about skincare, the more I learned how to take care of my skin and how to heal my skin barrier. And you definitely can too. You just have to find the right products. Also, keep in mind that you do not have to drop a bag for good and quality skincare products. All the products that I'm gonna go over today are very affordable, and they're also mainly Korean skincare, because in my opinion, I think Koreans have the best skincare. And I've literally laid out all of my favorite skincare products to show you guys. I'm so excited, guys. So let's get into it. So I feel like a lot of times when people think about skincare, they're thinking moisturizer, serum, I don't know, sunscreen, but I think the most important part in a skincare routine is cleansing. Especially for someone who wears a lot of makeup very often, cleansing is a non-negotiable. So if you watch a lot of my videos, I always talk about double cleansing. Double cleansing is essential. So let's break down what double cleansing is. We first start with the cleansing oil. So oil cleansers are basically designed to remove makeup, dirt, impurities, kind of just that gunk in your face, and they just really help break down and dissolve all of those substances away. So first thing at night, what I like to do is I take a couple of pumps of whatever oil cleanser I want to use, and then I just start working it into my skin in circular motion. The longer you work it into your skin for, you're literally gonna see all that gunk just roll off of your face. Also, I feel like I have to note, when you first put on a cleansing oil, cleansing balm, make sure your face is dry. Like, face, hands, both have to be dry. So I have something that's called strawberry nose. Look, I don't really know if anyone else uses this term, but I just have so much clogged pores and sebum in my nose. So I really focus the oil cleanser around that area. Let's go through some of my favorite oil cleansers. We have the Anua Hard Leaf Pore Control Cleansing Oil. Also really love the Face Shop Vegan Light Cleansing Oil. Also the Biodance Cleansing Oil. I would say that these three are pretty lightweight oil cleansers. And then we have the Manyo Pure Cleansing Oil. This one I find is a little bit more on the thicker side, so it's really up to your preference. But trust me guys, I have gone through multiple bottles of all of these. I also want to mention that I have dry skin, but I have an oily T-zone. So I honestly can use any type of oil cleansers and I've never had an issue. But if you do have more oily skin, I would recommend the Anua Hard Leaf Pore Control Cleansing Oil. If you don't want to use a cleansing oil, you can also use a cleansing balm. A cleansing balm can replace a cleansing oil because they're both oil based. Usually when I'm traveling, I like to take balms just because cleansing oils are not really TSA friendly. So similar to the cleansing oil, I just take a wad of this and then I'll just kind of work this into my face and it'll literally melt all the makeup off. This one is also from the Face Shop, and this is their deep peeling cleansing balm. This one is really cool because it also turns into an exfoliator. Like, as you work it into your skin, you'll start to see it kind of like flake up. Like if you took like a body scrub and like scrubbed your body and you see the dead skin rolling off, that does the same thing. So after working the oil cleanser into your skin, you have to emulsify. If you don't emulsify, it kind of defeats the whole purpose. All you have to do is add a little bit of water and then work it back into your face, and it'll really help break down the oil. It's just gonna help wash it away a lot easier without leaving that weird greasy residue. Step 2 of double cleansing is that we have to use a foam cleanser. So typically what I would do, I'll just squeeze a little bit onto my hand and then work it back into my face. So a foam cleanser is now going to remove the oil-based impurities that's left onto your skin. Like, I feel like if you just use an oil cleanser, your face isn't going to feel clean. So I love to follow it up with a foam cleanser, and it's going to get all that remaining gunk out. Let's go through some of my favorites. You're going to see me repeat a lot of brands in this video because when I like a skincare brand, sign me up. And I swear by these products. Manyo Pure and Deep Cleansing Foam. This makes my face feel squeaky clean, but it still hydrates because it has ceramides and hyaluronic acid. The Face Shop Foaming Cleanser. This one's probably my most used one. I feel like this stuff gets in my pores. Coridan Dive-In Cleansing Foam. If you read the bottom, it says low molecular hyaluronic acid. This just basically means that the hyaluronic acid has smaller molecules, so it can just penetrate deeper into your skin and give you more hydration. Because if you didn't know, hyaluronic acid is one of the best ingredients to hydrate your skin. So yeah, all of Coridan's Dive-In products are extremely hydrating. And then we have the Anua Hard Leaf Pore Deep Cleansing Foam. I would say that this is especially great if you have more oily skin. It just really gets in there. Okay, this is what I learned recently that tripped me out. So I went to Korea recently and I went to a skin clinic. Mind you, before I went, I fully just thought I had dry skin everywhere. I was like, okay, maybe dry to normal. They literally took this full 3D scan of my face. I don't know what kind of technology this was. Like, it was kind of insane. But it showed that yes, I had overall dry skin, but my T-zone, especially my nose, was very oily. Like, I kind of screamed when I saw the photo because you could see all these red dots, and she explained that that was sebum, which meant that I produced a lot more oil in that area. So I was like, okay, does this mean I have to change up my skincare? And she basically just said to treat the areas of my skin that were dry with skincare that's good for dry skin, and then my T-zone with skincare that's good for oily skin. And she said a cleansing foam might actually strip my skin too much sometimes, especially in seasons where it's drier, maybe like the winter. And then she recommended to use a cleansing milk, so I've been using this one. This one's a Manyo Pure Soybean Cleansing Milk. So basically this can be used in replace of a cleansing foam. So a cleansing milk helps cleanse without stripping the moisture. Really great for dry skin, so I've been using this basically on my cheeks. And then to clean areas like my T-zone, I've been using a regular foam cleanser. I totally get when there's some days where you just don't feel like doing all that, because it can kind of be a lot. Like, I feel like a double cleansing situation takes me like 10 minutes. So if I'm really lazy and I'm really tired, I'm sorry, I'm not doing all that. So these are the products that I would use when I'm feeling lazy. I usually don't recommend using makeup wipes, but these are the best of the best. As you can see, I do use a lot of the Face Shop products. They're just really great and gentle. So a lot of makeup wipes, not all, but a lot of them kind of burn my skin, they tug on my skin, and low-key I feel like they kind of break me out. These are infused with like a ton of good stuff in them. One of the things that these have in it, which I think make a huge difference, is cleansing milk. So it's like very, very gentle on your skin. Like, I honestly feel like if I had toner on a pad, it's kind of doing the same thing. And you literally only need one piece for your entire face. Something else that I would recommend is micellar cleansing water. These are from Garnier. Honestly, these are pretty gentle. So we have the regular one that I feel like everyone knows, and then there's the waterproof one, which this stuff like works really well. This gets off my lashes because I wear clusters, like the lash glue that's so stubborn. This gets it off. So these come with reusable pads, which I really like, or I'll put them on just kind of these toner pads and then gently work the makeup off of my face. And then basically after using micellar water or a makeup wipe, just go in with a foam cleanser or a cleansing milk, so it's like way faster. So the next step after cleansing is using a toner. So the reason why we want to use a toner is because it helps balance your skin's pH after cleansing. So toners are basically going to help rehydrate your skin and also prep your skin for all the other skincare that we're going to use. So we're going to start off with my favorite toners that I like to use, which is milky toners. So like the name says, usually milky toners kind of look like milk. Usually the formula of them are going to be a little bit creamier, and it'll focus more on hydration and soothing, barrier support, and then regular toners usually are a little bit more watery, as you can see, and sometimes they focus a little bit more on exfoliating. So because I have mainly dry skin, especially like on my cheeks and stuff, milky toners are my best friend. Starting off with one of my favorite brands, which is Bioma. So Bioma is made in Korea, but it's not actually a Korean brand. But guys, usually when a skincare says it's made in Korea, low-key, you know it's gonna be good stuff, because the way that Korea formulates products, like, they're just so much more advanced. They have the technology. Anyways, I love the Bioma Hydrating Milky Toner. Like, I have talked about this toner so many times. Super gentle formula. I'm always really scared that certain skincare brands are gonna break me out. Bioma has never once broken me out. Another toner that I really like is the Tira Milk Skin Toner, and this is their light version. So this is a little bit more watery for a milky toner. I'm on my second bottle with this Anua 70 Ceramide Milky Toner. So this actually has rice bran water in it. Also a disclaimer that this is what works on me. Skincare is very subjective, and on the surface level, it could sound like you have the same skin type as someone else, but a product might not work for you as it works for them. So it's honestly really about testing products and finding the products that work really well with your skin, that heal your skin barrier. So this has ceramides in it, and basically anytime you see the word ceramide, it's gonna be really good for your skin barrier. Basically, ceramides are lipids that kind of form outside of your skin, and that's what kind of protects your skin. Every time you replenish your skin of ceramide, it strengthens your skin barrier, if that makes sense. So this milky toner is an American brand. This is a Thayer's Hydrating Milky Toner. I don't use that many American skincare products, but honestly, I really like this. This toner is definitely more on the thicker side. Like, you can see how thick the consistency of this is, but it does have hyaluronic acid as one of the main ingredients, so it's very hydrating. Honestly, she's tea. So you guys know that I take my skincare routine very seriously, but something that I've also been saying lately is that you should also eat your skincare routine. What does that mean? Basically, whatever you put in your body is also going to show up on your skin. So I love eating nourishing meals that are also easy to make. I've been obsessed with HelloFresh. Today I'm making a little chickpea sandwich. This literally took under 20 minutes to make, and I'm obsessed with how everything is always pre-portioned and they just deliver it fresh to my door, so I don't have to go out and buy any groceries and ingredients, because to be honest, that's like the worst part about cooking. They also recently just doubled their menu, so now there's over 100 recipes every week, bigger portions, more healthy options, and I can actually pick meals that are good for my skin. So at the end of the day, we are what we eat. All those vitamins, omegas, and nutrients do really make a difference. I love using HelloFresh, especially during those really busy weeks where I'm filming a lot, and I just want some food that's quick, balanced, and actually tastes good. And I swear you guys, their food tastes really good. And if you want to try it, you can get 10 free meals plus breakfast for life. Yes, girl, you heard that right, for life. With my code, it's babykelsfm at hellofresh.com. You can click the link below. Trust me, this is the easiest way to eat your skincare routine. Definitely check them out, and I love you guys. Let's jump back to the video. So there's also something called toner pads, kind of like regular toners, sort of do the same thing just in pad form. So this Biodance one, this is their gel toner pads. As you can see, if I pick this up, like, you can tell that this is a hydrating toner pad. So what I like to do with these, I just kind of like leave them on my face, just kind of let them sit so my skin can like absorb all the hydration before taking them off. So now we have the Medicube Zero Pore Pad, and although this is also a toner pad, it does something very different than the Biodance one. So this is more of an exfoliator. These will kind of help exfoliate all the dead skin cells, control sebum production, which I don't know if you remember, I had a lot of that stuff on my nose, and also unclogged pores for smoother skin. So make sure you guys know what products do before you buy them, because although they're both toner pads, they both do very different things. There's a lot of good and affordable serums that are on the market. Like, I genuinely could sit here all day and talk about them if I wanted to, but I'm just gonna show you the ones that I really like right now and that I'm using. Okay, first I want to talk about the Road Glazing Milk. I don't really know which section to put these in because I wouldn't really say that it's a toner, but it's not a serum. Basically, it's an essence. As you can see, the consistency is pretty thick. I'm just like addicted to this stuff, you guys. The way this makes my skin feel is unlike anything else. Once again, how I talked about ceramides before, these have a lot of ceramides in it. It's literally called ceramide facial essence, so it helps lock that moisture into your skin and improve your barrier function. I'm not even gonna lie, guys, Rhode makes really good products, and to be honest, I do think the price is not that bad for it. The big one is a little bit pricey, it's $32, but if you don't want to commit and you never tried it before, the mini one is only $20, and honestly, it lasts me a really long time. Another product that has a lot of ceramides in it is the Anua 7 Plus Ceramide Hydrating Barrier Serum. Recently, I was going through some crazy stuff with my skin. I don't even know what was happening. I think I was just wearing so much makeup all the time and trying all these new makeup that my skin was just kind of freaking out, and I was like, okay, I need to like heal my skin barrier. This has rice racks in it. It helps nourish, it helps hydrate, calms redness, calms irritation, literally all the good stuff. As you can see, I've used a lot of it. Now we have the Torridin Diamond Hyaluronic Acid Serum. I've said this before, all of Torridin's Diamond line is very hydrating. So before, when I was talking about the cleanser and it was a low molecular cleanser, so this has 5D hyaluronic acid. Basically, it means it has 5 types of high, mid, and low molecular hyaluronic acid. So it'll kind of work its way through all layers and also makes your skin really plump. Now we have the Medicue PDRN Pink Peptide Serum. So if you don't know, PDRN comes from salmon sperm. I know, that's like so strange, but it's great for the skin. So PDRN really helps with anti-aging, stimulates collagen, firms your skin, also helps with skin repair and regeneration. So if you have acne scarring, I would really recommend this. Another serum that I love is a Bioma Phytomucin Glow Serum. Phytomucin is a vegan version of snail mucin. I feel like snail mucin kind of freaks some people out, but this has like that crazy like goopy consistency. But phytomucin is a very, very hydrating plant-based skincare ingredient. So if you have dry skin, like this is gonna be your best friend. Like it basically just kind of like draws all the moisture to like the front of your skin. Last but not least, we have the Anua Azelaic Acid 10 Hyaluron Redness Soothing Serum. That's a really long name, but this little bottle has a lot of skin benefits. It's antibacterial, anti-inflammatory. So if you do have acne, this will help reduce breakouts by kind of killing that bacteria. But I would honestly start really, really small with this. Like maybe just use it once a week and then like work your skin up from there. I find that it also really helps with skin texture. Like I used to have crazy skin texture, like whoa. This will exfoliate the skin and also remove those clogged pores. The thing that I mainly use this for is redness. So my skin is so prone to redness and also like hyperpigmentation. If I have any pimple whatsoever that may be like a little bit more cystic and it stays on for a while, it will always leave like a red spot to it. This will kind of help soothe that redness, but once again, I do not use a lot, just like a teensy bit. We're moving on to creams. I don't even know where to start because this isn't even half of them. Once again, for the most part, I have dry skin, but I don't have extremely dry skin. Like some people love using a thick moisturizer if you have really, really dry skin. I'm personally not that girl, but I'm gonna go through some of like my thickest moisturizers. Now, I do really like all these products, but I probably will use them more during the winter time. First, we have the Rhode Barrier Cream. I really like this product. Like I think it's amazing, especially before you put on your makeup, but this is definitely a thick cream. If you have oily skin, like I don't think this would probably work that well for you, but super hydrating. This is a newer Korean skincare brand. This is Dr. Reju All. I've been using this and I really like it. Like as you can tell, it's definitely on like the thick side, but this is their Advanced LC Ceramide Barrier Cream. Obviously, this is really great for your skin barrier and also has a lot of really good ingredients. Next, we have the Tier Ceramic Cream. Once again, thick cream. Like you can tell as I pick up the product, that is very, very moisturizing. I will say this one kind of has a little crazy smell to it, but it does have some interesting ingredients like shea butter, which is why it's so thick, and witch hazel. But yeah, if you're an oily skin girl, I don't know if I would recommend this. Now, these are kind of like the in-between formula that I like to use. We have the Mania Biome Aqua Barrier Cream. Love the consistency of this one. I've actually been using this one pretty much every day. Like it's very hydrating, but it's not too thick. And my skin feels so soft every time I use this. Another Torridin Dive-In product. This is their Soothing Cream. This is a gel moisturizer. Okay, I love gel moisturizers. They're hydrating, but they're not too thick. Also love these two Medicue capsule creams. So you can see they have kind of like these like boba ball looking things in it. But yeah, that's their capsules, but this one is PDRN and then this one is vitamin C. This one is also kind of an in-between. This is the Anua Intensive Moisturizing Milk. I do feel like this would be good for oily skin girls because you can see that the consistency is kind of more of like a lotion than a thick cream, but it's very non-sticky and has ceramides in it. So great for your skin barrier, but also very, very hydrating. Okay, these 3 products, I have definitely heard from oily skin girls that they love these products. First one is a Bioma Moisturizing Gel Cream. Like I said, gel moisturizers, oh my god, I'm literally out of this, are a very lightweight formula. formula. So I feel like if you have oily skin, that's what you want to go for. If you use too thick of a moisturizer, throughout the day, like all of that is just gonna like cake on together, and I feel like it's sensory overload. This one is the Cocoa Kind Electrolyte Water Cream. Literally, you can tell by the formula, it's such a thin consistency, but oh my god, this feels so good on your skin. Last but not least, the Nua 70% Hard Leaf Daily Lotion. This has been used and abused. Like when I first really got into skincare, I was using this a lot. It's definitely, like it says, a very lotion consistency. I just kind of realized that because I have dry skin, I needed something that was like a little bit more moisturizing than this. But I feel like if you're an oily skin girl, this will be so good. Kind of the last step to like an everyday skincare routine should be sunscreen. Obviously in the daytime, like in the nighttime, I'm not putting on any sunscreen. Okay, let's start with my Korean sunscreens first. We have Beauty by Joseon. I feel like you guys all know about this sunscreen. In my opinion, this was like one of the first things like from Korean skincare that I heard about in the States. So this one is their OG. This is their Relief Sun Rice and Probiotic Sunscreen. SPF 50 plus, because we don't play, okay, about SPF. They just came out with a new one. This is their Day Dew sunscreen. Also SPF. Oh my god, I love this sunscreen down. One of the most important parts when finding a good sunscreen, of course, is a SPF, but also, in my opinion, just kind of like how it feels on my skin. Like as you can tell, this one literally took no seconds at all to absorb, and there's no white cast. I do really love this sunscreen, but when I went to Korea recently, everyone was like, babe, we don't actually use Beauty of Joseon here. And I was like, what? That's crazy. Like it's so crazy that a lot of like products that are really popular in the States they don't use in Korea. So in Korea, they really like Round Lab. This is their Birch Juice Moisturizing Sunscreen. I mean, it's literally all in Korean because I got it at All of Young. I feel like the consistency to this Round Lab one is a little bit more watery. Like I'm not extremely picky when it comes to SPF. Like as long as it doesn't break me out and it lays good under my makeup, like that's really all I'm asking for. Okay, now we have two American brands. Actually, I don't know if Bioma's American, but I feel like they are. We have the Bioma SPF 50 Ultra Face Fluid SPF. But yeah, the consistency, definitely very watery, but I really like how this one blends out. This one kind of does have a little bit more of like the SPF smell, but I do like it. Like I ride by Bioma, okay? If some weird reason you don't really want to do Korean skincare, like I would highly recommend trying all of Bioma's products. I've also used this brand in my videos. This is Naked Sundays. They make all SPF products. This is their Cabana Clear Water Gel Serum, also SPF 50, and I just really love the consistency of this. Like it says, it is a serum consistency, so you don't have to blend it in that much, and it's not greasy, which I like, because sometimes I feel like the Beauty by Joseon one can get just like a tad too thick. So yeah, love these sunscreens down. And okay, I think that was it, guys. Honestly, that was kind of a lot of products, like I'm out of breath. But those were all the skincare products that I love to use. And it's what really helped repair my skin barrier and get my skin to a place where it looks like what it is now. Once again, everyone's skin's different. I kind of did try to give recommendations for skin types that are a little bit different than mine, but I would always recommend just kind of like test products out and see what worked for you, because just because it works for me doesn't mean it always works for you. I still hope that this video helped because I really enjoyed making it. Oh my god, like I love skincare. I could talk about skincare for days. And yeah, let me know in the comment section what your favorite skincare product is, and maybe I'll try it out, and what other videos you want to see from me. But I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye.